Hello, I'm Hayley Leggs, and I'm here today at Hellfest 2017 with Jean-Paul from Clutch, one of my favourite bands. How are you doing today, Jean-Paul? You surviving the heat?
Yeah, it's been quite warm today, but yeah, so far so good. It's been a good day, and I look forward to doing the gig.
Yeah. Hellfest's always good fun. I think last time you were due to play here, didn't you have to pull out last minute? Am I remember you're in this one?
Yeah, we had we had a family emergency, and that was a bummer, you know.
Yeah, but well, we got you back here this time, so very much looking forward to it. So you've been really busy. We saw you at Download Festival last week, so I know what to expect. I know it's going to be awesome. And can we expect to hear any of the new songs? I know you pulled out a couple of the new songs in Dublin the other day, right?
We did, and in fact, you just reminded me that tonight is my night to make a set list, which I have not done yet.
What, you take turns?
Yes, we take turns. Every night we take turns. So the first night of a tour, it's Dan, then myself, then Neil, and then Tim. We've been doing that now for about 20 years.
That's really cute.
Yeah, it's alphabetical order by first name. Don't ask me how we arrived.
You have two first names. Does that mean you get to go twice?
Maybe, yeah.
You should put that in there for future reference for them. So yeah, can we expect to hear the new songs?
Yeah, we've been putting some new songs in the set. You know, we're in the process of writing now, and you know, for us, actually putting the song into the set that's a crucial part of how we put a record together. Because just speaking for myself as a drummer, you know, I'm very aware of the pulse of the tune, you know, going into it. And once you play that in a live situation, those things can change, you know. That rhythm can move around a little bit. And most recently, I've been very much trying not to just superimpose what I think the pulse of the tune should be. You know, I very much try to let the tune grow on its own. I listen to the words, I listen to the other guys, I watch the reaction from the crowd, and from there I start to build what the drum parts will be. So on this tour, we've had 2 songs in the set, and we're shaping those things now.
So sometimes you mix it up on the stage depending on how you're feeling at the time?
Sure. We every night we play a completely different set list, and for us that keeps things fresh. You know, we change the order of the song. Sometimes there's little improvisations that happen in between the songs. Those are different each time. And the idea really is to make it a real musical experience. It's not just getting up there and just running the set list down and saying the same stuff in between the songs. You know, that's boring for me.
There's nothing worse as a fan if you're a big fan of a band and you go watch them a few times and you hear the same joke in the exact same place and the exact same set. It's a lot nicer to feel like it's actually done for you on that night.
Right, exactly, and that's what we try to do, and it makes it fun for us. And I think at this point the crowd has come to expect that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we always know we're going to get something new and unusual. So what can we expect from the new album?
You know, it's very early in the process now. We have a huge amount of riffs and ideas. We have a good amount of songs with vocal concepts. You know, it's kind of like building these drum parts. You know, it's stuff grows very organically. So we try not to go into it with a preconceived notion of what this record is going to be. The tunes come together in a very natural kind of a way, and so we're going to continue this process. We're going to continue writing through the fall, and then we will record just after the new year.
Oh, that's great. Do you do like a set time for writing, or do you do it on the road, just whenever the influence comes?
We usually write off the road, you know, in between tours. We spent a good part of this early part of this year at home, and so that was great. We wrote quite a bit. Most recently, we've been on tour some, so it's been a little more difficult to write. But today's our last day. We fly home tomorrow.
Oh, is it?
We'll get home tomorrow. And then take a few days off, and then get back into the studio and start jamming again.
I like that. You're hard workers. Don't give yourself too much time off.
Well, if we're not touring, we're writing.
What do you prefer, the studio or the tour bus?
I think we're a better live band than we are a recorded band.
I would go so far as to say you're perfect on tour, in the studio and on stage. But
well, thank you.
I think there's certainly something extra that you don't get from other bands that you get from a live.
I think we're getting better at recording. You know, I feel like I'm getting better at doing that. It's a very different mindset. But you know, I think the two processes work with one another. You know, you sort of have to do one to do the other.
I really love about Clutch that it sounds, especially more from talking to you more today, that you all have a really equal input. It's not like this ego here and you guys are the backing thing.
Right.
Do you think that's what's part of what's made you stay with the same lineup for so long and so successfully?
I think so. You know, when we started this band, the intention really was to play some good shows and to make some good recordings, and that was really the beginning and the end of it. The idea of making a career was not on our agenda. Being on the radio was certainly not on our agenda. Making $1 million, still haven't done that. But that wasn't on the agenda. That wasn't on the agenda either. You know, it was really about the music. And so, because of that, you know, when times got tough, especially in the '90s when we were battling with major labels all the time, that sort of that kept us straight. We knew at the end of the day it was about music. It didn't matter what the label had to say, and it didn't matter what booking agents had to say or promoters. We were in this thing for the music. Fortunately, we've been able to make a career out of this, and